Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again, and I'm back with another video from the Templin Institute. Now, the title of this video is called Battlefleet Gothic. Here we go. Unfortunately, I don't really know anything about Battlefleet Gothic.
No one within the Imperium of Man lives a life free of the burden of responsibility. The High Lords of Terra must act in their duties with faith, strength, and resilience, and no less is expected from the lowliest scribe or penal laborer. The fate of 100 souls might be determined by the conviction of a single preacher. The fate of a battle might be decided by the actions of a single regiment. The fate of a world might rest in the determination of a single army. The fate of a sector, and perhaps the entire Imperium, might depend on a single fleet, one that, for millennia, has stood guard against all the enemies of mankind, and made famous the name Battlefleet Gothic. Like all Imperial battle fleets, Battlefleet Gothic is responsible for the protection of a single operational zone, in this case, the eponymous Gothic sector within the greater Segmentum Obscurus. Its ships must regularly patrol their sector, performing a variety of tasks. These most commonly include deterring pirates and raiders from attacking local merchant vessels, transporting Imperial Guard regiments to various war zones, providing orbital support, and accompanying Adeptus Mechanicus explorator fleets as they travel to the Imperial frontier. These and 100 other duties ensure the survival of the Imperium across the Gothic sector. To achieve this, Battlefleet Gothic is composed of between 50 and 75 cruisers and battleships, supplemented by dozens of squadrons of lighter escorts. The exact number of vessels within the Battlefleet has varied drastically across the centuries as the importance of the Gothic sector has waxed and waned. The presence of the Eye of Terror in the neighboring Cadian sector means that Battlefleet Gothic is rarely under strength, and the entire Segmentum exists in a state of constant readiness.
Well, of course.
Battlefleet Gothic is normally split into detachments known as battle groups. These consist of 1 or 2 cruisers and a single escort squadron. Should a situation arise that a single battle group is ill-equipped to handle, additional battle groups will be called to reinforce. Only in the most dire circumstance will the entire battle group be assembled in a single formation. In addition to its warships, Battlefleet Gothic extends its command over thousands of transports, couriers, and system patrol vessels. A network of orbital platforms and space stations likewise fall under the authority of Battlefleet Gothic, most notably Port Maw, which serves as the fleet's designated headquarters. In ancient artificial world, Port Maw is one of the greatest harbors and anchorages of the Imperial Navy. It acts as a supply and mustering point for the entire sector, while its enormous starports service Imperial warships and house mothballed reserve fleets. Within the Segmentum Obscurus, it is second only to the fleet headquarters at Cypra Mundi. It was during Abaddon the Despoiler's 12th Black Crusade that Battlefleet Gothic earned its legendary status.
What is that
Cut off
thing?
from the rest of the Imperium by a catastrophic warp storm, the fleet was forced to fight alone, outnumbered and without hope of reprieve or reinforcement. For 21 years, it led the fanatical defense of the sector, fighting hundreds of battles against at least 8, and perhaps as many as 20, Chaos war fleets. Various Xenoforces too plagued the sector, with Eldar, Orc, and sometimes human pirates attempting to take advantage of the unraveling situation. Ancient weapons known as Blackstone fortresses were Abaddon's primary objective during the war, and he unleashed their hidden potential to decimate at first planets, and then entire star systems. Billions of Imperial citizens were killed, and only through immense sacrifice was Abaddon prevented from assembling the power of all 6 such fortresses known to exist. Finally, in the Battle of Gethsemane, Lord Admiral Cornelius von Ravensburg engaged a major Chaos fleet in a single decisive engagement. Victory here marked the turning point of the war, while the weakening warp storms allowed Imperial reinforcements to arrive and relieve the beleaguered defenders. It would take almost 800 years for Battlefleet Gothic and the rest of the sector to recover. The plans of Abaddon had been defeated, or perhaps only delayed. With the 13th Black Crusade unleashed across the whole of the Imperium, the importance of Battlefleet Gothic is once more paramount. Fleets of a size not seen since the end of the last Great War have been assembled at Cypramundi in preparation for a great counterattack into the Cadian Gate. The warships of Battlefleet Gothic are among them, and together with Battlefleets Agrippina, Corona, Scaris, and even elements of Battlefleet Solar, are poised to strike back at the despoiler and avenge the loss of Cadia. If any doubt the Imperium's resolve, they need only look to a great monolith which stands 10 times the height of a man within the Chamber of Heroes in the Imperial Palace on Holy Terra itself. Enshrined on its surface are the names of every crewman, from those who served on the lowliest merchant ship to Lord Admiral Ravensburg himself. Wow. 800 years ago, this monument was unveiled, a means to commemorate heroes of the Imperium who fought against the greatest enemy of man the last time he dared war against the might of Battlefleet Gothic. The Templin Institute investigates alternate worlds and realities. If you...
That was very quick. Okay, so there we go. Battlefleet Gothic. Pretty interesting, learning about all the starships and the battles and, them defending, I guess you can say, space. But yeah, that's very interesting. I would like to learn more about Battlefleet Gothic, though. I feel like they really didn't get into enough, because the video was about only 5 minutes long. I feel like they could have gone a little bit further, because I really would have liked to learn more. But yeah, I mean, the ships and stuff like that, so cool looking. Even the models, Look at that, the Eagle and stuff like that. Such cool looking ships. I mean, even the size of some of these. Can you just imagine how big a ship like this probably would be? And then talking about the Blackstone fortresses, which of course Abaddon crashed into Cadia. Planet broke before the guard. And then whatever the hell this thing is. What is this? Is this like some sort of like warp creature? Demon? I don't know. Still kind of cool looking though. Yeah. And then what was it? The battle where they were basically alone for like 21 years. No reinforcements. That's insane. And then taken, 800 years to fully recover, apparently, after what Abaddon did. That's a really cool picture. I like that. The ships look really nice. I like the blue and, I don't know, silver. I like the Eagle and stuff like that. Those ships are just so badass looking. Yeah, even the Chaos ones. That Heresy. Oops. Yeah, I never really played the tabletop game at all. I've seen some people do it. It did look pretty interesting. I just never got into it. I think I had like a couple of little ships, but I never played very often. I was too busy with Warhammer and 40K. I was trying to just limit myself to those two games, because then getting like another one, Battlefleet Gothic, then that's a whole other set of models you gotta get. And I mean, things were pretty expensive. I remember when the army boxes, for fantasy, the army boxes of, troops, if you got, I don't know, 30, 20 or 30 Empire spearmen or swordsmen, those were, I think, $25, and then they jumped to $35. Yeah, I mean, it was it was getting a little pricey there, you know. So I was trying to just limit myself to Warhammer and 40k, because you know those were the big ones. But it was still fun, you know. I had like a couple of ships, nothing big. Didn't play very often, but it was still fun, you know. Playing it, mostly watching it and stuff like that was very interesting. But yeah, there we go. Battlefleet Gothic. Very interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, only a couple more of these videos I have left to do, I believe. I think I've done pretty much most of them now. So Imperial Fist, I did that. I still have Imperial Guard I got to do. I did the Orcs. Battlefleet Gothic I just did. Tyranids I did. Cadia. Death Guard I did. Imperium I did. Ultramar I did. Holy Terra I did. Commander Farsight I did not do. Okay, so I have Commander Farsight and the Astra Militarum, the Imperial Guard, left to do. And I do hope, you know, they continue on. Okay, so only a few more videos left to do. I will do the fantasy ones as well, because why not? So other than that, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And of course, leave me all your thoughts and comments about Battlefleet Gothic. Did you play it? Let me know. And other than that, just stick around. More videos are on the way. And I'll see you guys next time.